Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeremiah Derby here. I'm also known as Batman JPD on YouTube, and we are live streaming right now. And today I'm just going to be animating some more. And the reason I'm trying to knock out some animation is because I'm going to be leaving for a couple of days, going to be out of town, and I won't be able to animate. So I want to go ahead and get some done, and plus I wanted to do another live stream before I leave. And I believe I'm leaving tomorrow, but there will be a video out tomorrow. And then as soon as I get back, I'll probably do a live stream and animate some more. And then, oh yeah, I want to do, I did some Let's Draws, and I want to put some of those up. I have to finish editing them. I did what do you call it? I forget what you call it. Well, I did one with my older brother, Josiah. I drew part of it, and he drew part of it, so you can see different styles and stuff like that. And then I got a Ghost Rider one I'm doing, and I'm gonna teach you how to ink, and then I'm gonna do one about coloring with Copic markers and coloring digitally too. But today I'm going to be animating this one shot right now, and this one's going to take a lot of effort. So basically what's happening here is this I'm sure most of you saw the last live stream, so I don't really need to explain really what's happening. Unless you don't know what's happening, then just let me know. But basically, this is just the same stuff from yesterday. They're gonna be walking down this hall, but I built a little dolly type dolly thing, so I can move the camera and pan it across here. And this is basically what's going to be happening. I have this ruler here, so I can see measurements of how much I can move it, because I'm going for a certain time here, and measurements. I need to know how much I need to move it each time, so I can get that time I'm looking for. So basically, I'm gonna have to move this 1/10 of an inch, which is not much if you know. So I have to move 1/10 of an inch 105 times, because I'm going for a certain time frame. It's going to be like 10 seconds of animation of them walking across, and I also have to move the figures, of course, as I'm doing this. So it's gonna be a long shot. It's gonna take a while to animate, but I believe it will come out looking good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get everything ready real quick. I need to turn these lights off back here, and I'm gonna look at the chat real quick, see what's happening. Alright, so we got a couple people watching. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set up some stuff, set up my camera and stuff. Set the focus to what I want it to be. There we go, that's what I want. Didn't have to do much. So, alright. If I go over here. right there. That looks good. Okay, so alright. Trying to think. So that was good right there. Make sure the camera's in good position. And then I need to fix her real quick. Don't take but a moment. I'm just fixing the woman's dress. Looks better. So, yeah, there we go. Like I said, what I have to do for this shot is I'm panning across, and I have to move this, pan this camera across. It's gonna look like, sort of like that as it goes across. It's just gonna slowly move across as they're walking, and it should turn out pretty good. Hopefully. One thing I am worried about is I need to. There's a little lights on my camera, and they cause a reflection sometimes. So just want to go in here and cover those lights up. So also, if you have any questions, any of you guys, feel free to ask. If I'll try to answer as soon as possible. I might be animating sometimes, so might take a second for me to answer your questions, but I will try. Also, if you have any feedback, like any else stuff I should do during live streams and stuff, like maybe start doing other stuff. I'm not really sure, but whatever y'all think. 1 second, guys. My mom's calling, so I'm gonna answer. Hello. Hey. Sorry about that, guys. My mom called me, and I had to take the call real quick. So, sorry about that. So, just fixing this thing up real quick, getting how I want it to look. Alright. So, I like how that looks. Alright, so that shot looks good to me. Liking how it looks. And I'm going to put some you can see these little holes back here, you can see through them. So I just put some black pieces behind it so you don't see the blue from the piece of paper I have back there, the background. So that's just a little trick that I use whenever that problem comes up. Alright. Got most of them. Got one more right here. And then there's some out of frame for right now, but I'll get them. Okay, so that takes care of that. And Now, so let's do this. Alright. Alright, so we got this shot set up. And like I said, I know there's some people that just started watching, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain what's happening in this shot again. So we have basically the same thing that was happening yesterday, but just a different angle. And they're walking down the hall, and as they walk down the hall, I've built this little dolly out of Legos, so I can move the camera like this, as you see on the screen, as I'm animating. So over each shot, I can just slowly. I actually took the time and calculated. I did some math and calculated how many frames I'm gonna have to take, and how much I'm gonna have to move the camera each time. And I have a ruler right here so I can see how much I'm moving it. And I actually need to put another piece of tape on it because it's kind of coming up. I don't want that to happen. So I measured it out, and so it's going to be like 10 seconds of animation. And so that means we're doing 15 frames per second, 10 seconds of animation. And so that would mean 105 frames that we're going to have to take. And then for the camera, so we're going to have to move the camera 105 times. And so I had to calculate that, how much I need to move the camera in those 105 times. And it's a very, very small amount. It's basically 1/10 of an inch. So I basically have to move it that much each time. That's basically how much I have to move it each time. So we got a lot of animation for this shot to do. So probably want to go ahead and get started. So just make sure we're good. And I'll be back just a second. Do something real quick. Alright, so ready to go. And Titan Films asked in this series, or this episode, is Bane's childhood going to be shown? And the answer is yes. That is basically the first 5 minutes is him growing up, basically. And growing up inside the prison. And you'll see more of that as I get to that and start animating that part. But right now I gotta animate this part. So we'll go ahead and take a frame. Alright. And then we'll go ahead. I just gotta remember every time to do this. And move it, how much we need to move it. And then we're slowly going to be moving the figures. So Sometimes these minifigures can be hard to balance in between studs. So it can be very difficult. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the onion skinning a little bit so we can see what's happening. I'm just going to turn it on 1. So that looks good. Good. So now we got the next frame. I'm going to move the camera a 1/10 of an inch. Alright, so that's what we want right there. And oops. Happens sometimes. So this guy was right there, I believe. And she was right there. Yes, I believe so. We'll see how that looks. So this is looking good already. I'm liking how this pan across is already looking. So go 1, 2. Alright. Alright. So alright. See how that looks. Check your guys'. Sorry about that, my dog is barking. So Titan Films, you asked, is the first episode's gonna be basically about Bane's origin, and no, the whole episode's not really about his origin. It's mainly the first 5 to 10 minutes is like his origin, and then the rest is when he gets to Gotham and he first meets Batman. So you do get to see Batman in the first episode, and you get to see Batman's first impressions of Bane, and basically he thinks of him, he kind of just thinks of him as a little punk, but then he kind of sees that, whoa, this guy's kind of different. He's not like the other criminals. But of course, he's not going to admit to that. Batman's gonna be stubborn. So, alright, so we're moving to the next shot. But good question. It probably seemed like the way I was explaining it that it was mainly gonna be his origin, but no, it's not entirely just his origin. So, alright, so here we go. Boom. Alright. Let me go back real quick. Alright. Almost forgot to move the thing. Which I thought I would. Okay. So, Titan Films, you asked, will the episode explain how Bane gets his mask? And yes, it will. And the guy who actually makes his mask is the guy talking right now, and his name is Zombie. And when you watch the episode, it'll explain more. But I actually voice Zombie because I couldn't find anybody on my casting call. I couldn't find anybody that I liked. Any voices, I couldn't find the voice I wanted, so I was just like, so I thought, maybe I could just give it a try, and I kind of liked it, so I'm the voice of the guy who makes Bane's mask, which is pretty cool. And I don't do that a lot. Sometimes I see like like certain animators or whatever will give themselves the role just because their egos or whatever. But I don't do that. I'm not saying I don't give myself. The only time I ever really would give myself a role is if it was a small character. There's only one big character that I'm going to play as Joker. And that's because I believe my Joker is good enough, and plus I want to make it better. So, but yeah, I don't really like to just give myself a role because just because I like to have people that are good voices, and sound like the character I want them to sound like. Because sometimes you think you sound great at something, but you lie to yourself basically. And it happens all the time. You know, you think something sounds good in your head, but then you put it down on paper or actually do it, and it's not as good as it sounds in your head. So that's why I don't really like to but so it's looking good so far. At least in my head, it's looking good so far. Y'all let me know what you think. Also, if there's any problems with the stream, if my mic goes out, sometimes I have microphone problems, and they like to go out on me for some reason. But if that happens, just let me know. Oh, forgot to move the camera. One, two, right there. Alright, so first I just want to kind of apologize for sometimes y'all put questions and stuff, and it takes a minute for me to look at it because it's on the other side of the room, and I'm animating or whatever, and it takes a minute for me to get over there. But Titan Films, you just asked, what was it? Out of all the scripts I've written, which one is my favorite? And I don't know, I'm kind of stuck between. I really like the Brawl that I just did. I like that one a lot, just because that was my own. That was an original story that I made up myself in a week. Well, actually, like 3 hours. It took me 3 hours to do that, just to write that script out. But I really like that script, and then I, of course, I really like the script, and because that was really the one that really pushed me, to dedicate myself to something that big, So that's why I have no problem with like I talked yesterday. We were talking about why the episodes are gonna be long. That's why I have no problem really with the episode link, because no matter what, I know I can dedicate myself and push myself to actually make these animations. Every now and then I think it's just it's only human to procrastinate sometimes and but because of my sports and my wrestling and me being an athlete, I kind of know how to push past the procrastination and actually just bust the workout. You know, sometimes I wish I could say the same about my schoolwork, but not that I'm not failing anything, but sometimes it's hard to want to do my schoolwork sometimes, but you gotta do it. You gotta get good grades. Dum, 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 dum. Alright, so boom. Alright, so boom, and this guy you can't even really see, so I don't really know why. I mean, I'm just kind of animating this guy in the background. You can't even see him, but it's alright. So we're gonna go. Oh, so I moved the camera already, and I've moved the characters. We're ready to take a frame. Alright, so let's move this. I don't know why I'm making wind noises with my mouth right now. I guess just because I'm bored a little bit. Alright. This guy in the background, I'm just gonna... You can't even see him, so I'm kind of just cheating a little bit back here. Even though... Because you can't even see him, so it kind of doesn't really matter. Alright, so now we'll move it even more. Move the camera. And now we move the figures. Man, I've been watching, I don't know if y'all seen it, most of you probably have, the Attack on Titan, and I've seen it before. It's an anime, a Japanese anime. I'm sure most of you probably heard of it or seen it, but I just started watching it, and man, that show's really good. I was binge watching it yesterday and just stayed up till like 1 or 2 in the morning just watching it last night. I couldn't stop watching it until I just had to force myself to go to sleep. So, but it's really good, and I've watched it before. I watched a couple episodes and I knew it was really good, and I liked it. But I don't know. I just never got the time to watch it again. But for some reason I just started watching it again yesterday, and man, it's awesome. I watched like at least 11 or 12 episodes last night, and I watched some this morning, a couple episodes, and I'm probably gonna end up watching some more tonight. So, but yeah, that's a really, really good show. And if you haven't seen it, if you have Netflix, watch it. It's really good. And I heard that they're going to be releasing the season 2 this year, because it's been like 3 years since they made the first season, and they said that season 2 was in the works, but it's been like 3 years since then, so people are happy that they're finally making it. Alright, so I'm gonna take this shot and then we'll look at some of y'all's questions or comments and then answer them. So, I'm gonna go over here and look. So, Bricks for Me, you just asked, I typed in the chat, but in case you don't see it, you asked how I was streaming this. I'm guessing you mean what program and whatever I'm using. But YouTube, I'm using the Wirecast program that YouTube, they actually recommend that you use this. And it's pretty easy. So, if you have, I just honestly just watched a YouTube video and learned how to stream live. So it's not that hard. But hopefully that helps. So. Alright, so gotta move this camera. Also, I was talking about earlier, I'm going to, I'm streaming this today, because of course I want to animate, and then secondly, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow to go to, Charlotte, Virginia, and, to see some family for a couple days, so I wanted to go ahead and animate some before I leave. And also give y'all a live stream before I leave. It's gonna be like, I don't know, probably like 4 days or so. But I'm gonna be there'll be a video tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have a video I want to do a video on Tuesday of the Killing Joke animated movie, and do a review. I've already seen it, but I just want to do it with the DVD, because I want to look at these special features and review all that too. And then And then on Wednesday I have the Killing Joke DVD giveaway ends that day, so I'll post a video sometime that day with the winners of the giveaway, and then I'll be back by Friday, because Friday is Suicide Squad, and so hopefully I might be able to get some the new Lego Batman sets that came out. They just came out, so I might be able to get some of those Lego sets, and then hopefully if I can, I want to do a little short Suicide Squad animation. So hopefully I can get those sets, or at least some of the figures, so I can do a little animation, probably like 30 seconds or something like that, just for the Suicide Squad movie. And so yeah, just filling y'all in with what's happening over the course of this next week. So but you won't be able to really tell that I'm even away, because I'm going to be putting videos, except for I might be in a different location when I put the videos up, but there will be videos. And then of course when I get back, I'll be animating and live streaming, so that's basically my schedule for this next week. And then after that, when I get back, I did a collaboration with my brother, my older brother. We did one of the Let's Draws, where it was Batman versus Superman. He drew Batman, and he drew Superman, and I drew Batman, of course. And so I did a collaboration with him. And so that'll be coming up shortly. He just has to finish the rest of his drawing, the rest of Superman, and then I have to finish Batman, and then I'll put that video up. And then I'm going to be doing another Let's Draw, but this is going to be more of a tutorial. It's going to be how to ink, or how I ink, basically like a graphic novel style of inking, and so I'll be doing that, and it'll be really fun. And so then you'll be able to see more of my creative side of how I do stuff. Of my artistic side, actually, like my drawings and stuff. So that'll be fun when I get back. And then I want to do a tutorial on how to use Copic markers when you're drawing, and how to color the comic book way and graphic novel way. And then gonna do, yeah, but for that video I'm gonna show two different styles. I'll show you how to do it with Copic markers, or Copic markers, however you say them. And then I'm gonna show you how to do it digitally on Photoshop. So that's more of my drawings and stuff. So if you're interested in that, of course, check it out when it comes out. So there's going to be a lot of stuff, basically, is what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming to this channel. So but let me know y'all's thoughts of the Killing Joke animated movie, if y'all have seen it already. And let me know what y'all are thinking of this Suicide Squad. Sorry, that was terrible. But Suicide Squad movie, uh, my tongue was just like, it was just like a tongue twister for me for a second. About to answer, go look at the chat and see what y'all are seeing. And if you have any questions, of course. I don't know if I moved the camera that time, did I? No. Alright, so Titan Films, you asked me if once I finish this episode, if I'm going to post this episode or if I'm going to wait until I finish the rest of the episodes. So I'm not really sure right now. At first, I wanted to wait till I finish all the episodes, but that's going to be extremely long time. That could be, if I was going to just wait until I finish the whole first season, that would probably take a couple years. So I'm sure y'all don't want that. So what I'm thinking is if I finish, like 2 episodes, I want to finish like 2 episodes, and then I'll post the first episode, and then wait like a month, and during that month I'll be animating the 3rd episode. So by the time the 2nd episode comes out, I'll basically be finished with the 3rd episode, and then I'll wait a month and then put the 3rd episode out, and then I'll be already while I'm waiting to upload the 3rd episode, I'll be working on the 4th episode. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I might do now, because it's kind of because I don't want y'all to have to wait 5 years or 10 years for the whole series to be finished. So I'm sure y'all don't want that. So I'm thinking maybe it'll be like a monthly, once I get a couple episodes finished, I'll be able to do it as a monthly thing. And then, so hopefully I can do that. Because now that I just said that, it's kind of sound like a good idea to me. But sometimes when you say something but doing it is another thing, so we'll see. But yes, if I can do it that way, I would like to. Because at first I wanted it to be like a weekly thing, so if I was going to have it a weekly thing, I would have to finish basically the whole series and then put it out as a weekly thing. But that's going to take a long time if I did that. So I'm sure y'all can comment right now, and I'm sure they'll all say you'd rather do it as a monthly thing and have an episode each month instead of having to wait a long time. So y'all can let me know which one y'all would rather like. If you would rather me to animate and finish the whole series, or do it and put them out over time as I make them. So basically, y'all can tell me which one you'd rather me do. So, but I'm sure it would be the B, do it as I make them. I'm sure that's what y'all are gonna say. But yeah, actually, I never really thought about it that way because I thought I was just gonna do it like, just wait till I finish it all. But now that I just said that, it kind of sounds like a good idea, a better idea, at least for my channel. So I have animations out as I'm making this. So that sounded like a better idea to me. But it might take longer than it might take like 2 months for each episode. So who knows? It could take a while. But I'll do my best. So y'all just let me know. Alright, so Titan Films, you said you had to leave, so I just want to go ahead and say goodbye. You might be already off, I'm not sure, but thanks for watching so far, and thanks for supporting me, and yeah, so see you later. But we're gonna keep animating this shot. So I'm kind of cheating back here because you can't really see the figures because the wall that's in front of it right now. So I'm kind of just moving it to when, because you can't see it right now, so I'm just kind of not really doing much to them. Just kind of moving the camera until I can see them again, and then of course I'll animate them so correctly. So this shot is coming along pretty good. So it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So we're gonna move this a little bit. So I might put some music on in a minute, so it's not as boring. We'll see. So this is just turning out really nice. Still got a good bit to animate. I gotta go at least 20 more studs. I gotta walk that at least 20 more studs. So yeah, I'm gonna put some music on so it's not as boring. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so I put some music on. Tell me if that's too loud or if if I need to turn it down, or if you can't hear me because the music's too loud. So, just gonna go back to animating and kind of keep quiet for a couple minutes, unless somebody asks me anything on the chat. So. Just had I was extending the set a little bit because I realized I might need to go a little bit farther than I thought. Alright, so that last frame kind of looked. It's kind of. One thing that you want to do in stop motion animation is keep their momentum forward in a walk cycle, definitely. Gotta keep that momentum going the same way. So for those of you that just tuned in and just started watching this, see see that Bat Brick Flicks you're watching right now. So hey, what's up? I see your comment over there. Just saying. But what we're doing right now is we're doing a pan shot of this pregnant prisoner walking across down this hall. So I've got a little dolly set on wheels that I made out of Legos, and so I'm moving I'm moving it like 1/10 of an inch every frame. So that's what I've been doing for the past hour and a half. So yeah. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I will answer them when I get a second. May take me a second to answer them because I'm animating, but I will eventually answer them. So. Alright, so Bat Brickflix, you asked me what app is this that I'm using right now. I'm guessing the app you're saying that I'm using right now to to animate. It's called Dragon Frame. I typed that in the chat, but I'll go ahead and say it on the video too. But it's a very, very good and reliable and just probably the best stop motion animation software or app out there. And I'm using a computer to do this. I'm using a webcam, and I'm not using a iPad or anything. But those are very. A lot of people are using iPads and stuff and iPhones now, and it's actually looking really, really good. Like Akash Studios, he uses an iPad, which he said he's probably going to be changing over to a camera, so that'll probably be cool. So I'm sure it'll still look good. But yeah, this is called Dragon Frame, and it's kind of expensive. It's like $300, but it seems expensive, but honestly it's kind of worth a lot more than that, because it's professional software, and most professional software is like thousands of dollars. So I'm just glad it's not $1,000 or whatever. So but it is a professional animation software. It's what they use for like all the big stop motion movies, like The Nightmare Before Christmas and Caroline. They use this software that I'm using right now. So it's a very, very good and professional software. You can do a lot of stuff with it. So like I said, it's like $300 for this software, but and most people like me do not have that type of money. So what what I did before I got this was I used what I used before this. I was using I used what do you call it? I forgot the name. Monkey Jam. That's a free app, free software for the computer, for PC, and it's pretty good. It's limited to what you can do with it, but in terms of as long as you can animate, that's all you really need. But you can't do a bunch of the other stuff that you can do on here, this professional software that I'm using. But yeah. So if you're looking for good animation software for the computer, I would say Monkey Jam, or there's another one called Helium Frog, I think. I heard that one's pretty good, even though I've never used it, but I've heard it's good and it's free. So. There we go. Move the camera. See how that looks. So that's basically what I got so far. Even that's not the full. That was me just toggling through everything, but that's not what it's gonna look like finished. Well, it's kind of what it's gonna look like, but faster. So, but that's basically what I got so far. And we got a little bit more to go. Let's see. I don't know. Let me see how much I've done so far. So. Alright, so I just checked and I've shot about 40 frames, which is pretty good, but that's only about that's about half of what of the shot, so about halfway there. Halfway done with this shot. Still got a little bit more to go, but I'm gonna take. So I'm back. I went to get a little snack and went to the bathroom. So, but I'm back. Just taking a quick break from animating real quick. And that break flicks you asked me before I went to the bathroom. I tried to answer it, but you asked me. Let me move this real quick. Move the mic. You asked me if I had made the Azrael, a custom Azrael for this, since he appears in it, and I haven't yet, and I'm not. He doesn't appear in the first season of the Lego Batman series, so I haven't made him yet. But like, he appears, but he's not Azrael yet. He's not Azrael until after he gets his back broken, of course. Until Batman gets his back broken, then he has to be Azrael and be Batman. So that's probably a better answer than what I put on the chat. And yes, he is a very, very cool character. And I like him a lot. I mean, I didn't like him at first. Like when I seen him, like, I like how his costume looks, but the thought of another Batman, I don't really care for that until I actually read Nightfall, and then I liked him a lot more after Nightfall, because you get to see, it's kind of like he is Batman. He is Batman for that period of time, but you get to see a really dark and gruesome Batman. But it's okay because it fits, because that's not Bruce Wayne. Under the cowl, it's somebody else that can't really control himself because the orders of Saint Dumas and all of that. So that really, I really liked it. And but yeah, he's not going to be in till, or at least that he won't be wearing that costume until the second season. But yes, eventually I will either make one or buy one. I've seen a really cool one from a guy named Minifigure Maniacs, I believe was who it was, and he has a YouTube channel, and he put a video of it up there. But I saw he had it on eBay one time, and of course I didn't have the money to get it then, but I wish I could have. It was so cool. It just looks so cool. But really, it wouldn't be that hard to make. I can just take a Batman, one of the older Batman minifigures, and I basically just take some clay and put it over the mouth, because you can't see the costume, you can't see Batman's mouth, so I'd have to put some clay or whatever over his mouth and paint it, and then the other stuff, I would have to find some sort of armor and make it look really cool, and have to paint that probably. But it wouldn't be too hard to make an Azrael figure. I don't think. But yeah, that's me saying I don't think so. But it might be a lot harder than I think. But yeah, I do plan on making an Azrael. So I think I'm gonna get back to animating. In just a second. I'm gonna lower the microphone so I can talk into it as I'm animating. Okay, so alright, so just gonna get back to animating. And of course, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. And I see somebody asked something, so look at that real quick. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I'm going a little crazy. But alright, so back to where we left off. So I think the music cut off earlier, so I'm about to go and put some more music on. So alright, so his left. Alright, so now we gotta move the dolly. And then we can take a frame. Alright, now I'm gonna go get some, what you call it? Oh, put some music on, yeah. It took a second for me to think. Alright, so now there should be some music playing. Let me know if it's too loud or if you can't hear me on the mic. So I just put some in the background so it's not as quiet. There's actually another graphic novel I just read that's really good, and it's supposed to be before Nightfall. It's called Batman Venom, and it's really, really good. And I'm actually planning on making it like a bonus episode. So, because I do plan on, when I finish this series, I'm going to put it on DVD. But this is going to be, it's going to be professional, and hopefully I would like to get to talk to DC. Hopefully by then, by the time I finish this series, I'll have a lot more subscribers and, a lot more people watching my stuff and liking my stuff. And, hopefully I can get, I would like to get DC, to, give me the permission or whatever to sell it on DVD when I finish, because honestly I'm not, like The Killing Joke, I'm not technically supposed to sell it on DVD, I'm not supposed to sell it, but what I'm doing is I'm just asking for donations, and then if you donate, I'll send you a little gift. Basically, is what I'm doing for what I did for the Killing Joke. But this would be it would have to be more than that. I would need DC. Yeah, I would like to sell it. It would be like, on Amazon and stuff like that, but I would have to have, permission to do all that, so I would need the duck to, get permission from DC and, all that copyright stuff, so. But until then, it's just gonna remain on YouTube. But what I was saying before all that is I was reading this new graphic novel that I recently got, and it was called Batman Venom. And what it is it's before Bane and everything and Nightfall. And Batman, a scientist introduces Batman to these pills, and it's basically the venom stuff, but a lower. It's not as strong as the venom that Bane uses. It's like the prototype, and he actually the scientist first gives it to Batman, and Batman uses it and ends up getting addicted to it, and so much so that he has to lock himself in the Batcave. That he locks himself in the Batcave, just there for like a month, and then he comes out and he's got like this full beard and stuff. But I would like to make that into, if not an episode, make it like a special feature bonus content on when I when I finish the series and put on DVD. So but yeah, if you haven't heard of that, check it out, because it's really good. What the heck? Alright, so I just noticed that it was like weird, it kind of went back. So I need to fix that. I can't remember where this guy was. Alright, so that's what we're looking for. So we just need to move it a little bit from where we were. Alright, so just for an FYI here, I'm animating and I've done about half of this shot. What I'm animating to is 20. I'm on 18. What? I think 18 seconds right now. 19 maybe. Oh no, 16. I'm on 16 seconds right now, I think. And I'm gonna animate a couple more seconds. I wanted to animate to 23, but that's gonna take quite a long time, obviously, so I'm probably just gonna change to a different shot when I'll probably go to about, I'm almost at 17 seconds, so I'll probably go to 18 or 19. So I'll probably go, yeah, 18 probably. So. So, Titan Films, you were asking about the music, and yes, it's Kevin McLeod, however you say his last name, I'm not really sure. I guess it's McLeod or whatever. So, yeah, it's Kevin McLeod, and then you asked what soundtrack it was. It says this is the best of 2014 album, and I think it was something. Let me see real quick. It's called this track is called Broken Reality. And then the last one, I can't remember. I'll look at it a second. But I've actually changed my mind. I think I've got enough, a good amount of animation for this shot. So what I'm gonna do is just change to a different angle. So, first of all, I'm gonna check out the animation and see what we got and how it looks. So, I'll do that real quick.